World of Tanks, crew assignment. I'm going to show you how I assign recruits to my vehicles. These are the recruits that I'm going to add. You see that it says that there's 14, and I'm actually going to be doing France, so that might include that unique crew member. Okay, so what I do is I start down at the bottom. I've already done all of these, and the reason why I start at the bottom is because they have fewer branches. They're just easier to do, and I use the recruits that have fewer skills. Now when you get up here to France, Britain, Russia, Germany, USA, a lot more complicated, a lot more branches, many more premium tanks. Got too many crew in most of these branches. So it takes a long time to decide. I'm going to show you how we do it. I've already done the ones at the bottom today. I've already recorded the videos. Japan I didn't have to do because they were already, because I don't own the vehicle for that branch, so I can't do it. I don't have the money to buy it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 branches. However, the medium is split. I might not do both branches. I haven't decided yet. The Batchat 25T used to be a great tank, but I'm not that excited about it anymore. You're going to go over here and select France. Then you got to go through every vehicle. You got to make sure that everyone is in the vehicle that they're assigned to. You got to click on all of these, make sure everyone is out of the vehicle. Just send them out. Right now, my tanks are configured for frontline, so all of my tier 8 tanks are going to be configured. You see I've got 3 SPGs with their own crew. So there might be a crew shortage right now in France. And I'm going to point out that SPGs in France are really good because they're really fast. And you got the autoloader. So I don't mind playing them. I don't mind having 3 crews, although it is kind of much. I think I skipped some vehicles here. France is a good tech tree. It's a lot of fun. The lower tiers not so much. The higher tiers really cool. Especially if you like autoloaders. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my barracks. And then you go here and you click on France. And then you click on the one on the upper right. These are the crew that I just dumped into the barracks. And then I look at them, ARL 44, EBR 105. So I'm going to go to the ARL 44. If you use the return feature, it's less reliable. So I'm going to pick manually. You got to check the first one and the second one. Make sure he's not ARL 44. There might be cases, for example, with loaders, gunners, and radio operators, where you might have 2 loaders. It can be a little bit confusing. Okay, so this one has a full crew. That means that this vehicle, I'm working on the Mark of Excellence. I'm actively playing it. The EBR 105. The reason why this is here is for when I play tier 10. I like to play light tanks especially on the big maps. Look at all those crew members. I'm sorry, look at all those skills. Okay, so I'm going to glance real quick. You see, I've got another ARL. We've got to make sure we do in barracks. We got the G1R, the BDR, G1B. Going to go over here. You got to do this over and over again. Go here, click on France, and then the one on the upper left. You see G1R. There's an extra 13105. Maybe 2 extra. So we got to go check that one out. BDR, I see a lot of G1Bs, BDR, G1B, and G1R. So I'm going to go to heavy tanks, BDR, G1B. You can pull crew from other vehicles, so you got to be careful. This ARL 44 is probably in the ARL 44. They don't make it obvious enough. Okay, he looks good. Gonna go to... Oh, the other one was G1B. Or G1R. Okay, so he's got a full crew. You can see that some of his crew members don't have a lot of skills, but you notice that Lancelot Adam, his last name is Adam. I put that because he's probably a zero skill BIA. The one over him, I don't know. Maybe he is too. Gotta go to barracks. Go to filter. Hit France. Then this. Now we see we got the 13105, the Bat Chat 25T Tier 9. I love this tank. I got a good win rate on it, I'm pretty sure. $55. Okay, and I wanted to check out my EBR one more time. You gotta click on the left over here. Go to barracks. Go to filter. Go to France. Click the one on the upper left. AMX 13105, 13105, 13105. It says light tank. There's a Bat Chat 25T. The 105 AM is the SPG. So we got to check out what's going on with this AMX 13105. There it is over here. Okay, that was a lot of work. Now, barracks one more time. Go here, hit France, hit this over here. Now you see, I've got this guy, Mathis Adam. His name is Adam because he's a zero skill BIA. These other guys aren't 0 skill BIA. They're not really worth anything. I could have had these for 10 years, which is why they're sitting here unused. So we're going to go to the BatChat 25T, and we're going to look at the driver. Is this one. Got to click on the left. So you notice that Adam replaced Mathis, and Mathis has a lot fewer skills. So that means he's available to go into another tank. So I've got one guy who's available to go into another tank. So then now we're going to look at the full tech tree. Then we're going to look at light tanks. We've got 3 that have crew. I would like the Lynx 6x6 to have a crew, because I love playing that tank. The medium tanks have a crew. These are all premium, so it doesn't matter. The heavies got a crew on the low tiers, not on the upper tiers. No tank destroyer crew. So I'm going to recruit tank destroyer, 3 SPG. So we're going to look at tank destroyer. We're going to go through real quick. I'm glad that we're doing this because they have some of the best tank destroyers. The Foch, there's 2 tier 10 Foch, and there's a lot of people that say they don't like them. They used to be one of the best tanks in the game. Maybe not so much anymore, but I still love playing them. The CDA is a great tank. It's really fast. It's great for frontline. This is actually a pretty good tank. It's not amazing, but the penetration's got to be pretty good because it's a tank destroyer. I'm sorry that it's slow. These other ones, the lower tiers, are difficult to play. So now, we're not going to do the premium tanks. We're going to pick between these. This one has 1 mark of excellence. These 3 have marks of excellence, right? This one I don't need to do because I can play the premium tank in tier 10. So I can pick one of these lower tier ones. This is the 6, the 5, and the 7. But I'm going to be working on marks of excellence. You'll notice this one has 5 crew members, which is important because you don't want to recruit too few. So he's going to have to recruit 1 more, which is why you want to, and also this ARL. So the gun marks, the marks of excellence could be anywhere. I'm not going to look them up, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to have to decide which one I'm going to play to go for the next mark of excellence. I want it to be the Foch because it's fun to play, but it's also expensive to play, and I can't afford to. The camo's no big deal, etc. I'm probably going to pick the low tier one over here. And the reason why is because I'm going to put new crew into this vehicle, and I'm going to play it at tier 5, and then I'm going to play the tier 6. The crew will be better trained. And it will be a more difficult tier. And then I'll go to tier 7, and the crew will be better trained. By the time I get up to tier 10, the crew is going to be a well-trained crew. So we're going to start with the loader. We do in barracks. We don't have anybody available other than this guy over here, I guess. Don't have... Okay, over here we've got Adams. And we've got this SPG guy, which is not useful. He's already got the BIA. But it's also the driver. The driver's kind of important because you want him to level up quickly. So I'm going to skip that one. And the gunner. Why is he here? It says gunner. Oh, I was looking at him for... It says he's a driver or a gunner. That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Maybe they changed something in the way the game operates. Or maybe it's a different guy and I just didn't notice. Oh, it says... Okay, this is not a good guy right here. He doesn't have the BIA. This one does. But we don't know if he's 0 skill BIA. I'm going to put him in. I'm going to look at his profile. "28 battles. He's probably 0 skill BIA. Because how did he get up to 78%? His last name is Adam, which is what I use under France for 0 skill BIA. So I'm going to keep him there. I'm going to retrain him for free because I don't have the money. And I can always pay later. No big deal. Once he gets up into the other vehicles, I'll get somebody who's better. Okay, this is a loader. Loader needs fewer skills and perks. This one I don't understand. It's not a 0 skill BIA. Is it just some regular guy? And he has to earn the 0 skill BIA? And then I would put one of these over in the gunner and then one for the commander. So I might as well do it. Let's see what happens. If it's a loser crew member, okay, so it looks like it does come not a 0 skill BIA. What it means is that when I'm adding this right now, it's as if I've played it to 100%. So the EXP doesn't start from 0. It starts at the same as if I had played it up to 100%. The guy above him, this one starts at 0. This is free, not included. This one does not start at 0. This one is a second skill. Over here, concealment is the first skill. This is called 0 skill. This is not 0 skill. This is first, this is second. Okay, I'm going to do the safe stowage because it's really important. It's one of the most important in the game. And I'm going to select the gunner. You could use one of the high performance recruits as a gunner. You don't have to use the bottom ones. The bottom ones you could use for loader and radio operator. When you do gunner, driver, and commander, you can pick from the top. But the issue I have is I really don't have a lot of these guys left, and this tank is going to be tier 5, tier 6, and then tier 7. He's got a lot to play through. I'm going to get a lot of crew books. I'm tempted to use one of the ones more near the bottom. I know that Germany is lacking 0 skill BIA. Russia, I have too many. USA, I have too many. England, I've probably got just enough. You know what? I'm tempted to put one of these. We're going to look at commander. You see that commander, I've got 3 to choose from. No, I'm sorry. 2 to choose from, Mila and Arnold. And Julia, really nice here. So we'll go here, we'll go here. I gotta pick one of these. I'm probably gonna pick this one over here. It's a really tough decision to make. you really want to know what's going on with your other tech trees. But I already know. I've got too many in Russia, too many in the USA, etc. I think I can afford to put one of these over here. I don't think I'm missing anything. So I'm going to put Mila over here. Okay, so now I'm going to pick the skills that I want. I like to have concealment. Tank destroyer, got to have concealment. Fixed turret, so snapshot. It's not going to work as much. Designated target is kind of useful. Always works when you fire. Snapshot is when you fire. Deadeye only benefit 3% of the time. That's going to be like 1 out of 3 or 4 games. Armorer. With a tank destroyer, you're going to get your gun damaged often. Don't catch on fire very often. Use 2 repair kits. I'm really tempted to use designated target to get the extra spotting. But I blind fire anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to say... and go with the snapshot. Designated target gets you more spotting damage because it keeps the target spotted longer, gets you more experience passively. I should have picked that one first. The target stays visible longer, and I'm pretty sure it's also for your allies that you're spotting for. Get more EXP, so use it. Okay, we're not going to use the ones for the radio operator. Just have to forego it. Concealment is a definite. Recon is good for spotting. Sound detection is good, but then again, I could earn it later. In the lower tiers, arty isn't that great. The burst radius is smaller. The accuracy isn't that great. These I'm not high priority. You see, I already got firefighting. Recon gets you more spotting damage. I'm going to go for the extra XP and go with the spotting damage. The firefighting was already included with Mila Jovovich. Okay, so that's my crew that I'm going to be playing with. I'm going to check the crew book. There's nothing specific for France. I'm just going to show you that she gets 85%. This one only gets 9. This one gets 69. This one gets 85. So the reason why is because Mila, these are included all as 0 experience, and with this guy it's included as 0 experience. With this one, it wasn't 0 experience. I had to pick 2, and it accumulated some of the experience. These, no, I picked all 3. The first one is 0 experience. The other ones are added on. This is the 3rd skill. Okay, so I'm not going to apply it. And that is how I make my decision. France is now complete. I now have one for every branch on France. And of course, those will also be used on these premium vehicles. Once you do this, you're going to say, well, you know, this isn't trained properly. What you do is you put it on the premium vehicle. It'll level up faster. This one needs a radio operator. You can just pick anybody in the tech tree. It'll level it up faster, and after you've leveled it up faster, you put them back in this tank. And I would do it for vehicles that I need the marks of excellence. This one I have one, that one I have one, that one I have one. Or just when you're just goofing around, take this vehicle out, put the crew in, just go goof around, make some money, level up your crew a bit, work on that mastery badge. That's how you do it. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.